When a good game comes out, a bunch of copycats are bound to show up. Now, there's nothing wrong with copying certain elements or taking inspiration from other games if the end result brings something new to the table, but in the case of Forewarned, the evidence collection system just ruins the flow of the game. In order to understand my grievances with Forewarned, let's quickly talk about Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia is a game where you basically wait around a house to collect evidence of the paranormal. You collect that evidence using tools to help you find and interact with the ghost, and also to clear objectives like finding out the ghost type, taking pictures of a ghost, and getting the ghost to walk on salt, and a bunch of other things. Conceptually, this game is a copy of that sci-fi channel show, Ghost Hunters, except things actually happen in Phasmophobia because, well, let's face it, if you were dead, why would you spend your eternity talking to these people? As you wait around trying to find evidence of the paranormal, your sanity begins to drop, which increases the chance of encountering a ghost and getting murdered by it. Forewarned copies this formula by having the player collect evidence in order to discover which mummy, or magi? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm just gonna stick to mummy. To discover which mummy is haunting the tomb. Now the difference here is that discovering which mummy you're dealing with unlocks the inner tomb, so that you can complete your true objective of collecting the mummy's treasure and escaping. On paper, this sounds like it should be a fun idea, but the use of these Phasmophobia elements really bog down the game. It just makes you wait to have fun. If we break down Forewarned and analyze it, it's a game with two phases, an exploration phase and an escape phase. The exploration phase allows you to become familiar with the layout of the tomb, collect gold, escape traps, locate the inner tomb, and take the opportunity to complete some objectives. After doing all that stuff, you can open the inner tomb. After you find out the mummy's name. This is where the game begins to fall apart, because to find a mummy's name, you need to wait for evidence of the paranormal in order to narrow down which mummy the tomb belongs to. This process can be immediate, but most of the time, it takes a few minutes. You are at the whims of RNGesus, and there's nothing you can do about it. Unlike Phasmophobia, there is no sanity drain in this game, so there's no real risk of waiting around for too long in the tomb. Like Phasmophobia, there's a spirit that wanders around and tries to kill you. But look at this thing. It's pathetic. Oh my god. The moisture. It's going to ruin my hair. Oh no! The point of fog or mist is that it obscures danger. You don't know what's in it. It could be nothing, or it could be a murderer. That's what's terrifying about it. You don't know what's in it. Having a cloud chase you around and hurt you, that just isn't scary. Why not have a gigantic fog wall with something inside of it to really scare me, you know? Just confuse me. Just terrify me. Spit in my mouth. Make me scared. But don't give me this. Jokes aside, the game really likes to make you wait, and I can't figure out why. For example, let's take a look at the beginning of each game. In Forewarned, the objectives are given to you on a computer. That needs to be turned on, which has a 15-second boot up time. I'm sorry, why? Why is this happening? In Phasmophobia, the objectives are given to you on a whiteboard, plain and simple. To add insult to injury, if you don't turn on the computer and download the tasks, you will not be able to see what you must do in the first phase until you go back and turn on the computer to download the tasks. I wish this game would scrap all the Phasmophobia elements and focus on the second phase, because that is the best part of the game. Once you're done collecting everything, you can finally open the inner tomb door, and once you do, you can collect the treasure. Once you open the inner tomb and collect the treasure inside, the mummy gets real pissed, and he wants you dead. All you need to do is locate the exit and leave. Unless RNGesus hates you and you need to find a switch to open the exit before you have to leave. Since the maps are procedurally generated and you have 4 mummies, each with their own unique powers and weaknesses, every escape feels different from the last one. If you encounter, say, Rathos the Damned, you need to exploit the fact that Rathos has a crippling fear of fire and ward him off with as much fire as possible. Or, if you encounter Ufrus, the sussy imposter, you need to make sure that he never spots you. And if he does, you need to make sure you break line of sight with him so he doesn't kill you. Knowledge of the tomb is crucial. The work you put in learning the tomb in the first phase directly impacts how you perform in the second phase. It's beautiful. It all comes together. Forewarned really shines when it allows players to experience these dynamic elements, and if the game receives any major changes, I would love to see a replacement of the evidence system with something that's a bit more proactive. Maybe collecting pieces of a key in order to open the mummy door, or maybe something that has a stronger emphasis on exploration. I don't know what the answer is, but I know that waiting for evidence is not the answer. I hope the devs cut out these copied elements and really double down on what makes Forewarned an awesome experience, the exploration and the terrifying escape phases. But until then, I guess we'll just have to keep waiting.